Welcome back to another edition of Special Situations Investing with Greg. This week I will be talking about F-Star Therapeutics and a merger agreement that just came out with them. And I will also spend a little bit of time talking about a comment from one of my subscribers. Check it out. Hey everyone, welcome back to another edition of my YouTube channel on Special Situations Investing and my personal investing practice. As a quick disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only. Any companies that I mention in this presentation are discussed solely for illustrative purposes. Discussing such companies and the specifics about them is to help educate me and educate you about certain special situations. It is not a solicitation to purchase them. I recommend that you conduct your own research and identify why you might want to own the company yourself prior to your committing of any funds. I also recommend that you seek the services of a financial advisor that has considered your personal situation as your fiduciary. And then finally, may your education here grow your knowledge, improve your personal investing performance, and give you the confidence to take control of your future. Thanks a bunch for watching. Now on to the video. Back in June of 2022, F-Star Therapeutics was approached by invoX Pharma, a company out of China, for a merger agreement where invoX Pharma will purchase the company for $7.12 per share. And the scheduled TO came out, and I spent some time digging through it this week, and yeah, it might be something to take a look at. I wanted to go over this. I think it's interesting. We don't have a specific date yet, so we haven't met all the criteria of a special situation that people might want to work on. But sometimes, as I talk about it, I do like to have a left of launch opportunity, and this is one of those areas where I think we are kind of in that position. Usually, these left of launch type opportunities are with a scheduled TOC or a scheduled TOT, and that's usually because those are the offers that are coming through as part of a third-party offer for a company that will later get consummated as the shareholders approve of the opportunity. In this case, there isn't a shareholder approval yet, but I did want to just spend a little bit of time looking at F-Star Therapeutics. F-Star Therapeutics trades under the ticker symbol FSTX, and it will be acquired by invoX Pharma. The scheduled TO was filed on the 7th of July, and did some digging onto this one. I think I wanted to participate in it because it looks like it's pretty interesting. For the last several weeks, it's been around $6.20 a share at a premium of about $7.12 a share. That's almost $1 per share, a little over about 10 to 15% for this. And the expectation, after looking through the 8K and all the other stuff that's going on with this, is that it will end by the end of the year. So you're looking at about a 20 to 30% return if you buy in at about $6.20 a share. Be aware that this is subject to a significant amount of things that are going on. So you'll notice, if you've been following my channel for a while, that I have participated in the Petroteq tender offer, and that one we have been waiting for a lot of things to go through, and you'll notice some of that stuff as I go through the things that are of risk for the F-Star Therapeutics. So F-Star Therapeutics, it's subject to 50% of shares tendered. They're subject to materiality exceptions, compliance and performance provisions, waiting period termination for the Hart-Scott-Rodino Antitrust Improvement Act, the CFIUS, or the Committee of Foreign Investments in the United States, potential UK National Security and Investment Act hurdles, the adverse material effects, and then other customary conditions. Now, notably, there is no reason why they won't participate based on financing. So it looks like appears initially that they have enough cash, the invoX Pharma, to purchase the company outright, and that should speed up the merger as time goes through. Again, Like I said before, it looks like they're expecting to do this by the end of the year, and so we're looking in the next 4 months. It should have a pretty good fidelity on whether or not this is going to go through. So there's a couple of ways to participate in this. You can buy the shares outright and then sell them in the tender offer when it comes through, or you can wait until that tender offer comes through and then buy them at that time. One thing to think about, though, is if you do that, it may get to a point where that's after the shareholder approval, and the share price may have already moved close to that $7.12 a share. In full disclosure, I am participating in this one. I have purchased shares at approximately about $6.18 per share. With that in mind, I would like to revisit Petroteq. Again, things seem to be going through with this one, and I got a message from Gabe Does Not Talk, and he says, "Awesome channel. Are you planning on an update for the shareholders after the shareholders meeting? CFIUS pushed their decision back to August 22nd, and Viston extended to September. Seems like they're still interested and probably would have already seen the court documents. CFIUS seem to be worried about the access to info on our power grid. From what I read, only about 15% of mergers retract because of CFIUS, and CFIUS can only really recommend to the president to stop them, which has only happened once. Also, don't know how critical they'll be since it's a Swiss company, although some of the management seems to be Russian, which might be a hot topic more recently. Of course, the big risk is there's really no margin of safety. It's either worth 74 cents or zero." And Gabe Does Not Talk. I appreciate the comment. I agree with you, and this is part of the reason why I have not added more money to that particular investment. I have about 5% of my investment, or of my portfolio, for special situations in this one, and I'm not planning on adding more. Even though I know that because of the recent share price drop, you could have a quick turn of maybe 3 times your money if people buy it at this time. That being said, I recognize that is a significantly risky proposition. That usually is the time when you want to buy, when everybody's feeling like it's worth nothing. But I've already committed as much funds as I want to participate in this one, and so I'm not planning on putting more into it. As for your thoughts about the shareholder meeting, and I do agree with you. It seems like Viston AG is still very interested in purchasing Petroteq, and maybe again it goes back to maybe they have some sort of technology that they want to share with their company, or they want to be able to use in future projects, and that might be a really good opportunity for them to buy up that technology at this time. I personally think if they continue to extend it like they're doing, it tells me that they are very interested in it and they're not planning on backing out at this time. They may eventually get to a point where they might be like, we just can't get through this, and they'll throw up their hands out of frustration. But at this point, it seems like they are continuing to go forward with the merger, and hopefully the CFIUS deal gets wound up and they're able to move forward. If they've been able to look at all of the court documents that are related to the court case that's associated with the previous CEO, that is something to pay attention to as well. But yeah, I am of the impression that it probably will go through. I just don't feel like enough confidence with that assessment that I'm planning on going ahead and adding more to my position on the account. So anyway, thanks a bunch for asking that question. It was a great question to think about, and I really appreciated your insight. So anyway, thanks a bunch for watching, guys, and we will catch you next week.